All right. How you doing? It's your man, Sir Earl, coming at you. All right. Today is Saturday, June. What is it? The 6th, 7th, something like that. Um, the it's been crazy here in Chicago. The looting, following being the shelter in place, is just kind of dying down after they've torn up this whole city. So, there's not a lot that we can do. They have downtown shut down and raised bridges, so you can't really cross over and go to downtown. So, any business you got down there is just going to have to wait. So, today is Saturday. I'm coming at you. Like I said, every Sunday we'll post a podcast. Every Wednesday we're going to post an interview that we're doing. I invite everybody to tune in. If you've been following it, I need more subscribers to my YouTube channel. It's IT apostrophe S. It's my MYWORLD. It's my world and the number one. And you can catch all the podcasts on there, and you can catch interviews that we do. A lot of good stuff on there. So I definitely would like to invite more people to go on there and check it out, and also subscribe. We want to get those crazy numbers up there. So I invite you to go check it out. So as well as all my other social media stuff, which, Sir Earl 1, Sir Earl's World. We have our Facebook, we have our Twitter, we have Instagram, Snapchat, all those great things. You can always see all the other things that I say and talk about on those particular platforms. And if you want to join, like I said, the only thing that I ask is that you let me know that you heard it through the podcast, so I know you're just not some random stranger, and because I won't accept it. So on that note, my podcast that I want to get through today is called What's Love Got to Do With It? It's a Tina Turner song, but it really kind of got me to thinking. A while ago, I was talking with my stepdaughter, which is GA's daughter. She's about 25 now. So maybe she was, 20, 21 at the time we had the conversation. And it just popped into my head because, like I said, she's getting older and she's on her own and things like that. So it just kind of, popped in my head as I get older and I get to know a few more things and get more mature, whatever you want to call it. The question that I posed to her, what is the number one reason that people get married? And her answer was, just as most people answer would be, they get married for love, okay? And I was married for about 12 years. And you get married for love, and everything else kind of comes secondary, okay? So my response is, which most people will answer that way, is if we get married for love, why is there a 65 to 70% divorce ratio? Meaning love doesn't keep you together. So what I know this next time around, after I've gotten my divorce, and me and Chie, we've been together about 16 years now. And it's advice that I pass on to anybody. I've been talking to my son. He's 25 now, and that is, love is a emotion, okay? And generally, when we're in love, we bypass and look the other way on a lot of things that just doesn't add up to our standards. Whether it be work, whether it be he or she doesn't have ambition, whether it be he or she smokes, and we never wanted a smoker in our life, but we love that person. So the advice that I give and what I wanted to say is that within this relationship that I have with Chie, you have to find that common bond. I used to think that, to have a dream, generally when you have a dream and that dream is rocky, it's up and down, whether it be going back to school, opening up a business, or whatever it might be. There's good times and there's down times. So usually when there's down times, is when you get beat up by that significant other. That's, you're having a hard time trying to make it work already, and you get home and that person, like I used to go through, why don't you just get that shit up and go get a job? You know what I mean? Pay some bills. We ain't making no money. We're struggling. We're suffering. But, dreams, people think dreams are something that you try to do. Generally, a dream or a good passion or something that you're pursuing is something that was put in your heart. I know for me, opening up my gym business, struggled then, still struggling now, coming from a position of being an auto mechanic where I made good money. A dream to a dreamer is your oxygen. It's what wakes you up in the morning. It's not a job that you just happen to be the boss. It is something that is a vision, something that was given you, something that burns deep within your soul. And it's hard anyway. And it becomes so much harder when that significant other is not on board with that and they down it. So I always say trying to start a business or pursue a dream is like climbing a mountain. It gets tougher as you go along, so it's like climbing a mountain with roller skates on, which is even harder. And when you have someone with you that is not uplifting you, they're downing you, making the hard times even worse. It's like pushing a boulder up a hill with roller skates with a boulder tied to your waist. It becomes almost impossible, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of people to this day does not live their dreams, is because the static and the arguments and the things that come with it from that person that you feel you love makes you just say, fuck it, I'll just go, get a job. I want to, I'm tired of them bitching. I'm tired of hearing their mouth. I'm tired of them putting me down. When in reality, that's the opposite of what you should do. Instead of getting rid of the dream, get rid of them. I thought that being married, now this is not meaning being anything unfair to my ex-wife, because she married into a situation where a guy, me, dreamed of doing something. So it comes with that ups and downs, and that's not what she signed up for, which in a lot of cases, it's not what the people signed up for. Maybe a male, female, husband, wife, whatever. They didn't sign up for that. That's your dream. So instead of eliminating your dream, growing up with regrets, of I could have been this, or I could have been that, or I could have had that. It burned within my heart, but I chose. People mask it up and design it as balance, work-life balance, sacrificing for my family, or whatever it might be, whatever excuse they use. The best thing that I found, when you learn to pursue your dreams, your kids learn to pursue their dreams. Your spouse learns to pursue their dreams. And by the same token, you ask for support, you have to give support. I believe that within my marriage, one of the things that I did not do, I did not support my ex-wife's dreams, and that's exactly what she told me of what made her so unhappy. Her dream was to go to school, which I was never a school person. I didn't go to high school, I didn't go to college. So it just seemed like a bunch of shit to me. It's like, why waste your time? Whereas in reality, I should have supported that. Would have made things, I don't know if it would have worked or not, but it definitely would have fulfilled my end of the obligation of, I'm asking for support, so I should be given support. It's probably why I'm overly supportive of the relationship that I'm in now with GA. Like I said, she's been doing figure for about 15, 16 years, ever since we've been together. And we've risen, or she's risen, to become ranked #1 in the world as an amateur in the world of figure. And it's just been through a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of things that I sacrifice to support her dream. And until she turns around and does 10 times more than that for my dream, which is initially ratio 1-to-1, and now in the next couple of weeks I'm about to open up another gym, Next Level Fitness, which is also located in Homewood. And it's a lot of work, it's a lot of sacrifice, it's a lot of money. And we are at a point where, you're sacrificing going out of town together, or you're sacrificing things that you need, or, you can't pay your phone bill and you're asking this person to do it. So they got to go on a charge card that's already maxed out and help you, because everybody's phone's about to get cut off because your money's been going towards this dream of yours. So, but that's what makes the love, that's what makes it possible to be together 15, 16 years, is that you're giving it that support and you're receiving that support. And she does not mind giving that support because you gave it to her, and vice versa. I don't mind giving her support because she supports my dreams. And that in itself creates something more than just, I love this person. There's love in it, but it's also commonality. There's also camaraderie. There's also walking that same path. But there's differences. Chie loves to dance. She loves to step. I don't dance at all, especially since I became a bodybuilder. I really can't dance. So, but if she asked me, like, one of the guys that used to work for me, he loves to step, he loves to dance. So she'll say, yeah, my buddy Sean is going to the stepping event. Do you mind if I go? No, I have no problem with you going. That's your thing. That's what you love to do. Me personally, I don't do a lot. So, it's very rarely that I go anywhere besides work at home. It's because I have this unfueling passion to create something special to far outlast me on this earth. Right now I'm in the process of teaching my son how to conduct and run a business. So hopefully, this will last generation after generation after generation of, if not the fitness business, some type of business of your own, if that's what you want. So a lot of my time is always spent working. I work very hard. I get up very early in the morning. I do all the things I need to do. I come to work. I train my clients. I'm, in the process of opening up my gym. I do my training. I work out. I go home at night. I try to, spend a little time with GA, or try to spend a little time with my son Cameron. And, that's pretty much my day. I don't have a lot of things that I do outside of trying to make my business a success. And part of the love, we've been together. I was married 12 years, but I've been with Chie for 16. So, and it seems like we've probably been together a couple of days. We've raised kids, from little kids to college to out of college, and it has created a love and a bond that is really, really, really strong. I know, a lot of people, they look at her and they go, what the hell are you doing with him? And it's because the support and the love and the unconditional love that I give to her. Don't get me wrong. She does shit that pisses me off, just like I'm quite sure I do things that pisses her off. But it's minute compared to the longevity of the plan that we have. So you learn to not get tied up in small little things. It's like most marriages end over small things. Half the time you argue, you don't even know why you're arguing. It's because there's no greater goal or purpose than to just exist day to day. And that's why love fails you. You have to have things in common. You both have to be on the same page. You both have to share some of the ideas, but you still must have your own separate identity. And that separate identity must be supported by the person that claims that they love you. If they love you, then they'll let you be you. and that should be reciprocated. So I just wanted to say that love is never enough to keep you together forever. I mean, you could be together and be unhappy, but to be truly happy and to truly enjoy each day that you wake up, it has to be tied to a purpose. And when you two wake up together and share that common bond and is walking that same road with the end result being the same thing that you both want, all other things fall by the wayside and you find something much bigger and much stronger, than just, I love this person. You find things that, okay, that little problem is not big enough to argue about because we have bigger problems that we're facing together. So it cuts down on the arguments. It increases the intensity and the love that you have for each other. It increases the respect. I've taught Chie a lot over 16 years that we've been together, and she's taught me a lot. And that's a part of it. It's really growing together. That's what they call growing together. I was a street guy from the hood, and I just did not have a lot of compassion and common sense. But between Chie and her two daughters, you just can't have daughters and be this hardcore guy. Any guy will tell you that. They definitely make a punk out of you. So I've grown in ways that I never thought I would grow. I've always been good at business and what I do, but now I feel like I'm a better person, better father, better spouse, better fiance, better businessman. She upgraded, how Beyonce say, she upgraded me. I always thought I was really, really good at a lot of things that I did, but I found out to truly find the common bond of love in your life, that person has to change. I had to change to be the right person for her. No one comes to you perfect, and that's another thing. Most people look for relationships that the person comes perfect. Nothing comes perfect. They had no idea they were going to meet you, but you have to demand and ask for the things that make you happy in life, and you must stick by your standards, and you must demand certain things, not in a bitch and nagging way, but in a way that makes your relationship tolerable and focused on the future and going towards those goals together. So until next week, I just wanted to say, in life, in marriage, what does love have to do with it? It has nothing. Find your common bond, find your support, find how you can grow together with each other, and then it becomes built on more than just love or sex or anything like that. It becomes a much, much tighter bond that will eclipse those things. And those things, don't get me wrong, they're great. They add to it. But you must have love, respect, and support for each other as you do within yourself. And then you won't be in that 65, 70% that winds up divorce. You'll be in that small percentage that have a very good, strong marriage or union, and it's longevity. I've never wanted a 1, 2, 3 year relationship. I've always wanted a lifetime relationship. And in order to achieve that, that's a challenge within itself, but it can be done with love, respect, and support for each other. So until next week, this is your man, Sir Earl, signing out, telling you, love your spouse like you love yourself. Support your spouse as you would want to be supported, and you'd be amazed at the things that it do. So until next week, this is your man, Sir Earl, and I'm out of here. Peace.